Hi everyone, welcome. This is Dalise. Might know me as Stamper Girl. I am part of WJ's birthday and 8,000 subscriber celebration hub, and we're gonna make a card. I am doing a different version of something we tried this week, and I know everyone loved it, which is we called it the 8.5 by 11 border card. So stick around and check out the description below. Make sure that you watch the playlist. WJ is doing prices. She's doing word of the days. She's doing bonus words. She's doing it all. You guys know her. She likes doing it all, and she is fantastic at it. So let's get going. I am going to have 4 color palette. These are color box chalks, but you can do anything that is close to it or anything that you like, any 4 colors. You could do 3, you could do 5, it's up to you. I'm going to start with the lightest color, which is this peach pastel, and I'm going to work with these Baroque stamps. They are from the 1900s, so if you don't know about them, they are a little bit of a struggle to get them out of the packaging, but they stamp very well. So again, using that peach pastel, and we are going to stamp the middle going, if you put your paper in hot dog style, you're going to go down, up, down the middle, okay? Yeah, hot dog style, very teacher of me, right? And yes, we are using an 8.5 by 11. That is seriously what you need to create this. We did add a few of extra things in my cards at the end, but they are optional. And we are going to move to the French blue, and we are just going to start adding. And what we want to do is to go all around the 8.5 by 11 card. Plus, we're going to go across horizontal and across vertical ones, okay? So we are kind of like breaking up the paper in half. And now we're going to move to a little bit, because this is going a little too vintage to Baroque. So we're going to bring some circles to just brighten it up and make it a little bit more modern. And this is the olive pastel, which might be my favorite color of this entire set of inks. And this is the second. This is a little more solid of a stamp, which I really like because it just gives a little bit more weight, and it kind of balances out that big peach stamp that we started with. So this is where we are right now. And now it's a matter of starting to look, what can we add, and where are we going to add it. So I decide that I need more of that peach because we only have it in the center, and I felt that it was just needed more balance throughout. So now I start doing second and third stamping. So I grab ink, stamp, and then stamp again without re-inking in some of the areas. In some of the other areas, like here where I changed my stamp again, I'm just doing ink and stamp. And again, even if it doesn't make sense right now, it's okay, because once we cut this out, it's gonna look fantabulous. Okay, now we're going with the aquamarine. Now, this color, I was a little upset as soon as I stamped the first one. It wasn't what I was expecting. I wanted more coverage, and I think it's just on the drier side. Again, 1900s crafty stash. And to me, it was like the other colors were more muted, and this was bringing just a brightness that wasn't doing it for me. So how do you fix that? You put more of it. So you'll see me add a second stamp and do a few iterations. Again, first and second stamping generation, which means just keep stamping without re-inking. And then I'm going to come back with the French blue, and I'm going to add a little bit more of the French blue because we really only used it with that medium size stamp. And I think once we do this, I am pretty happy with my page. Like it really is somewhere where I can say, I really like this. Now I started stamping this circle, and I could have not stamped the circle in blue and it would have been okay, but here we are. Okay, so we're gonna cut half of it at 5 1/4, and then we're gonna cut it at 4, and that's one of our layers. And then this one we're gonna cut at 4, and that's gonna be our second layer. And then the other part, we're just gonna cut it at an A2 size, which is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So we're gonna have a little bit of leftover, because remember the other one, we cut it at 5 1/4. So that is all the leftover that we're gonna have. So we have 2 smaller panels, 2 larger panels, and I am in love. I really like it now that it's all cut out. I am using this Mama Elephant stamp that has a huge happy, and then it has happy birthday, happy wishes, happy holidays, happy everything, which I really like. And at one moment I thought, you know, I'm going to stamp both of them. And then I said, no, let's make that to be a banner. So you'll see me here. I'm just going to go to town, and we are going to stamp, heat emboss using the Brutus Monroe Gilded, and repeat. While we are stamping here, I'm going to give you a reminder again to make sure that you check out this week's lives from Debbie J, because she has been giving words of the day. She's been giving bonus words. She's giving a lot of things for the prizes that she has. She has a fabulous, and I mean a fabulous list of sponsors, and you might be one of those winners if you go and check it out. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I wanted to give a shout out to Colleen. She got me this really cool embossing gun. It is the Wow Embossing 2 Heat Embossing gun. Mine broke, and she was so sweet and sent me this one. Thank you so much. You are the best. I really hope that you guys have, I know that she lost electricity yesterday, so hopefully everything is fine. Okay, so here we're going to stamp the second one, and we're going to repeat 2 more times. I'm going to put a little bit of music while you watch me stamp. And do notice that you can change the way this cards are. They could be landscape, they could be portrait, you can rotate all the way around and make it work for your sentiments. Did I mention about the playlist? Not sure if I did, so let me repeat it just in case I didn't. There's a playlist in the description below, and it gives you all the list. And the great thing about YouTube playlist is that once you start, you can stop it, come back the next day, and it knows where you left before. So join us and make sure that you check out everyone that join into celebrating Debbie J. did decide to have the larger sentiment, which is the birthday for the bigger card, the one that is an A2, and the wishes to go with the one that is 4 by 5 1/4. I am using just a drop of metallic acrylic paint and a paintbrush that I don't use for anything else other than this, and just adding some splattering goodness. This again is an optional step, but I really like the bit of whimsical in how it ties in the embossing powder to the rest of the card. Make sure that you dry your panels really nicely, and we are using a color that matches pretty well that turquoise and for the smaller panels, and I think it just finishes it up so nicely. Love how it looks. The other ones are already A2 panels, so we are not going to do anything other than mount them into some of the card bases. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you like my content, please make sure that you like and subscribe and hop along with us. Bye.